Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to create a card using the Spellbinders Clear Stamp of the Month Club Kit for February 2021. And this month's stamp set is so pretty, and it's meant to coordinate with your Small Die of the Month Club Kit, or vice versa. It's called the Trefoil Florals and Sentiments. There's 4 tiles in here with floral images inside there, and then there is some sentiments too. Now the sentiments are actually small enough to where they can fit inside your Small Die of the Month Club Kit dies. So you can mix and match, and I just love that about this. So we are going to create a black and white card today. One of the floral tiles has some daisies on there, and so I thought black and white would be really fun to create with. We're going to take that image and stamp it on some black cardstock. I did treat my paper with my anti-static powder tool. This way we can do a little bit of heat embossing with some white embossing powder. I'm stamping with my Versamark ink pad. We're going to stamp this 4 times. We only need 3, but just in case it doesn't hurt. We had that open area, why not? I'm also going to stamp the sentiment. There's quite a few block sentiments in the stamp set this month, and they're a wide variety. There's birthday, just because I chose the one. There's even a get well, which is really nice. I chose the one that says this card is full of hugs. I added my white embossing powder to my images, and then we melted it. So we have some black and white tiles with a black and white sentiment. Now, like I said, the Small Die of the Month Club Kit does coordinate. There's actually 3 dies in the Small Die of the Month Club Kit. I'm going to take all 3 of those, and they line up beautifully with your image. Now, if you don't have this club kit here, what I'm creating today, you could easily fussy cut out. But since I have it, we're going to put them to good use. There's 3 of them that will cut out 3 tiles at once, which is really nice. And I did block off my sentiment, so that's ready to go. We're going to keep it black and white, like I said, so we're going to flip over our tiles in our sentiment, and then we're going to add some foam adhesive behind them just so they're ready to go. Today's card is a pretty simple card, but it really turned out neat. Originally, I always like to do things linear, but today I thought we would kind of do something a little different. You guys let me know if you like it or not. We're going to set these aside and work on our background. For our background, we're going to use black and white cardstock, and then we're also going to be using the Spellbinders Essential Rectangle die set. This is like a staple in my dies. I love it because you have the panels here, and then you can insert, if you want to or not, the dotted detail around your panels. I'm taking the largest one and putting it on black cardstock. The second largest we'll put on white cardstock with the dotted detail. This way we'll just have a little extra something in our background. Now I'm actually going to layer both of these together, and they will fit inside each other. You can see the dotted detail. When I add the white panel to the black polka dots show through, and I think that's really neat. It goes really good with the daisies, I think. Now I have my card base, which is a standard A2 size card base. I'm going to place my black panel at an angle on my card base. There's going to be some areas overhanging, and you want to make sure that you have at least the right side and the bottom overhanging. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my white panel right on top. Now once we have those layered together, we're going to use our scissors, and the excess we're going to trim off. But we're going to use those extra pieces on our card base. So there's 2 from the bottom and then 2 from the sides. I'm going to take the one that we cut off from the right side and place it on the left side, adhering just with the tape runner. And we're going to follow the lines of our panels that we first put down. So it's basically about a 1/2 inch line on that side. I'm going to add our smaller piece that we trimmed off. There's overhanging on that. We'll trim that off in just a minute. Now this piece here was the one we cut from the bottom. We're going to put it on the top. Just line it up to the edge there. And we're even going to add this small little white piece on top. And doesn't it look so neat? It looks very abstract. So that's what we're going to go for today. There is a little bit overhanging, so we're going to trim that. We're not going to use those pieces, but we are going to trim it off. And I have just a little sliver that I need to pick up here, or glue down, one or the other. I chose to trim it off. But I love the way this looks. I like black and white with daisies anyway, and ladybugs, so I thought we would just create basically a monochromatic card today. We're going to take all 3 of our tiles and put them in a cluster towards the top of our white panel, just kind of scooting them over so they fit in there. And then I'm going to take my sentiment, and we are going to not put it horizontal. I'm actually going to turn it a little bit so it's at an angle on that same white panel. There is just a hair overhanging. I'm going to trim that off. Okay, I think it looks very different, but you'll see in the close-ups. I just think it looks just something original, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and take my Nouveau Crystal Drops. These are simply white, and I'm going to dot the center of the daisies, and then that finishes off my card today, guys, using the Spellbinders Clear Stamp of the Month Club Kit. It's called Trefoil Florals Sentiments, and I think it's so pretty. And I hope this gives you an idea on how to use it. Have a fabulous day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.